Hey there, I'm Kevin guys. Tonight on SportsCenter, full coverage leading up to Chargers-Chiefs. Which quarterback is under more pressure tonight, Rivers or Mahomes? Plus, how much their ball with the Rockets? And are the Raptors now the favorite to win the NBA Finals? SportsCenter with Sage Steele at the PTI.
Introduction is brought to you by 15 minutes. Save you 15% or more on car insurance. And Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Only in theaters December 14th.
I'm the 32nd versus Playbook 4. The Yankees' second baseman in the All-Star team this year in the rookie season. He ended up batting .271 with 24 homers, 77 RBI on the team with Judge, Stanton, and Sanchez sucking the bats out of every home game. Frank, when you look up and down the Yankee lineup there, imagine how great Boston was this year to finish 8 games ahead of them and then smoke wait for Bryce Harper show. He should have won Rookie of the Year with Shohei Ohtani. Sorry. I wouldn't go to that. I wouldn't go to Ohtani. Happy anniversary, Andy Reid. I'm going to say 47 years ago. Reid took part in a punt pass and kick competition. The 13-year-old in the Rams uniform who looked like he could suit up for the actual Rams. Reid was on the offensive line that protected Jimmy Graham at BYU. And clearly his greatest thing was getting an NFL coach. Second only to Bill Belichick on active coaching position. 8 all-time. Well, what does he need, though, Tony, to be really Super Bowl? They win the Super Bowl. Having trails to Malik Monk's celebration. Monk stormed the court after teammate Jeremy Lamb in a basket that appeared to sink the Pistons. But Monk was teed up for too many men on the court because there was time left on the clock. Michael Jordan was played in a few games in this league. Reacted by whacking Monk in the head after Detroit hit the technical and still had a chance to win. To make sure Monk got the message, Jordan whacked him again. Later called this a tap of endearment. Frank, you think Monk found it endearing? I'm not so sure. Is Michael Jordan the only owner that can get away with this? 100%. You can't hit a guy in the head unless you're Michael Jordan. Quickly to the big finish. Shaq says the 2001 Lakers will easily beat this year's Warriors. He was great. And today's NBA rules, no, that's what's crazy. Kind of roll off. No, he lost 15 games this year, but he was a pro for the match. He was dependable. The Indians traded Edward Encarnacion to the Mariners for Carlos Santana. Do you like that? I do like it. Save a little bit of money. Santana comes back to the Indians. Fired Maryland football coach DJ Durkin is now working as a consultant with Alabama. Okay, about you? Everybody rehabs at Alabama. Everybody becomes an offensive coordinator rehab. Last one, Dirk Nowitzki is set to make his season debut tonight after off-season ankle surgery. What do you expect? I expect a win in about 15 minutes for the big German. How about that? He's the greatest player ever from Europe. Yes, I'm right about that. We're out of time. Try to do better the next time. I'm Tony Kornhouse. And I'm Frank. I saw a move on back tomorrow. You can get the PTI podcast on the ESPN app or Apple Podcast. I have a podcast too. Good night, Canada.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Meek Mill, and you right here watching Jalen and Jacoby.
He is Jalen Rose. What up, yo? I'm Jalen. And on the cool check-in. Together, we are Jalen and Jacoby. What's the do? We're gonna be Welcome to Jalen and Jacoby. Later on in the show, we will be joined by LaMelo Ball and the Ball. But first, we start with the ball in the Bay. Shocking result last night in Oakland. Not just that the Raptors won, it's how the Raptors won. Without Kawhi Leonard, they dominated the champions. They dominated the back-to-back champions on their home floor. Jalen, it's not surprising that the Raptors won. It's shocking the way that the Raptors won. What happened to the Warriors?
First and foremost, the Raptors locked down defensively. I know that's not attractive in the era of 150-point games, but multiple players that can guard multiple positions allow you to do a lot of switching. They're really athletic. They're really intelligent. They sacrifice for one another. And the ball has energy. It finds people in the game. For those who haven't been paying attention, Kyle Lowry leads the NBA in assists. And outplays Steph Curry points and assists in that game. Van Vliet is one of the best backup point guards in the league. Without Kawhi, you put him in the lineup, that becomes your backcourt. Danny Green did a terrific job defensively, regardless of who he was checking. Is a 3-and-D guy. Is a champion. Serge Ibaka. You bring Valanciunas off the bench. And all of a sudden, he's your starting
Leonard outplayed Draymond Green. He had over 20 points. He had over 10 assists. Draymond Green was 1 for 5 from the floor. The Toronto Raptors did a terrific job of playing complete basketball and stifling defensively the Golden State Warriors. You really hit the nail on the head there. It really was the defensive effort from the Raptors that won them this game and had them dominate throughout, and especially against Steph Curry. When Steph Curry came back from his injury, he was on fire. Like he was never gone. 30 points, 40 points here and there. Let's look at Steph's numbers from last night. Last night, Steph Curry had 33 minutes. That's a lot of time on the floor. 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. They really beat that. How did they do it exactly?
Because if you look at their starting lineup, 1 through 5, on a given possession, they can guard anyone. It's not a thing when you see Serge Ibaka guarding a point guard at the 3-point line. It's not an accident. And if you beat him, here comes Pascal Siakam. He's 6'9" with go-go gadget arms, is athletic, can test everything, and they do a great job of communicating, pointing, talking, understanding the game plan. Kevin Durant got off, but nobody else did, and that's what you got to do if you're playing against a great team like the Golden State Warriors without Kawhi Leonard, one of the top players in the game.
A lot of people look at this as a finals preview. It's a long time until we get to the finals. But of course, after the game, the media's going to do what media does. They're going to ask Kevin Durant about the Raptors, and here's what he had to say.
The leaders of that team have been through some wars, so I won't call them a young team. Well, I won't say them beating us 2 times is going to give them extra confidence. They've been balling before that, and they're going to be balling after they beat us. So, I mean, they're not an up-and-coming team. They're here.
They're not an up-and-coming team. They're here. So, Jalen, whenever we talk about the Raptors, they are playing by this reputation. Regular season success, postseason fail. Is it different this year than that?
I think so. And the one player that I'm going to look at is Kyle Lowry. A perennial all-star during the regular season has had some previous baffling head-scratching situations take place during the playoffs. If he's able to mirror his regular season performance with his playoff performance, I would pick them to win the East. But until I see that, I've got to look at the Boston Celtics backcourt and say, Kyrie, Rozier, Smart. I saw what they have the capability of doing, each one of those guys, and therefore Lowry is the player that I need to see perform in the playoffs. But we know Kawhi can perform, but he's the guy that there is going to be a driving force to put the Toronto Raptors in position to make it to their first NBA Finals.
Well, the Toronto Raptors just find themselves in new positions all the time. And there's a little nugget of history that I want to bring up here. The last time that Toronto won in Golden State was February 8th, 2004. Do you remember where you were that night?
I was at the game.
You were sitting on courtside seats?
2004. I was in the league.
You were in the league, on the rack. There you are, checking in. You got the rosin spilling powder everywhere. I don't know why you're using it on your offhand. Let's look at you, Jalen Rose. Get some buckets. Just look at the smile on Jalen's face while you watch this. Look at you.
What's hilarious about this footage is this is the game I literally broke my hand. And so Michael Jordan has the flu game. This is my broken hand game. That shot right there, I remember that. And so I'm whispering to my teammates, my hand is messed up. You throw me an outlet pass, you got to hit me on the right side. And so Cliff Robinson, left post, had the ball, tried to swipe at it. A play that I've done a million times as a player, shattered my hand. And from that day and date you just recalled, I still have a plate with 5 screws in my hand from that game right there.
And you still managed to score 19 points, grab 3 rebounds. But how do you play 35 minutes and only get 2 assists? Like, how do you hit 35 minutes and you can't fall into 3 assists? Like, you can't even get, like, just kick out to a shooter or something?
You are such my brother. You're such a
2
tough
assists,
critic.
35 minutes and 2 assists, you're a guard. I had a broken hand. How do you expect me to pass the ball? You can't use the broken hands as an excuse when you score 19 points.
I guarantee.
Just watch the footage. You can shoot fine.
I guarantee you, that last shot in the paint,
I literally shot it like this because I had no range of motion in my hand. I have a broken hand. This ain't like the flu game where we're speculating if Michael Jordan was sick or he was hungover. I had a broken hand. What do you want from me? I want 19. I want 5 assists. That's what I want. What about the glove? I want a smaller uniform and I want 5 assists. That's what I want. And for those who do any traveling, you can't get a direct flight very often from the Bay Area to Toronto. So I recall having to fly to Phoenix with the squad and then fly all the way in the middle of winter back to Toronto to get my surgery. How long were you out? I was out 10 games. If I recall. I came back and played with a Michael Jackson glove with a little cast on top of it. Well, overshadowed by that Raptors-Warriors game were the Pelicans hosting the Thunder. Now, the Thunder have been hot lately. Ever since that slow start, they've been one of the best teams in the West. And the Pelicans, they're kind of on the bubble. Guess what? Anthony Davis had his second straight 40-point game. He had 44 in this one. Right now, the Pelicans are 15-15. Which direction is this franchise headed? Are they going to be a lottery team or are they going to be a playoff team? Playoff team because of the guy you just mentioned, Anthony Davis. And I've already predicted that this season he's going to have a quadruple double with points, rebounds, assists, and blocks. I guarantee you that's how dynamic he is when he's at the top of his game. And can do it in all facets. An improved range shooter from three, can get out on the fast break, finish, drop it off to teammates. But the vast improvement, and people know about Drew Holiday, especially after how he played last year, has been his shooting. Just think about it. The Lakers just let him walk for nothing so they can potentially get a max player in 2019. This guy is not only giving a stout defense that people don't give him credit for, but he's like army knife. People drop the ball. Yeah, he's not winning the gold anymore. He's in New Orleans. People are league pass watching New Orleans play. Julius Randle's have himself a nice season. He's going more, give him quality minutes, and so Alvin Gentry's done a terrific job with this young basketball team. So I anticipate that they will be a playoff team. Do you still think this is Anthony Davis' last year in the Pelicans? I do. Do you still own what I said? You still think Anthony Davis is going to be wearing the purple and gold? I have to own what I said, even if I don't want to. You know why? Because everybody that took it and ran with it like it was theirs. But you already know this is the industry tastemaker program right here. Jalen Jacoby. Well, this is what something I need to ask you. You know, some headlines come across the ticker, and I'm like, is this something or nothing? I need to get Jalen Rose's opinion on this. The Lakers were having a practice. In the practice facility, there's like a little balcony area up top where people can look down on the practice. And there's a shadowy figure up there. No one really knew who it was. And the media went to Luke Walton, and they were like, so have you spoken to Phil Jackson yet? And Luke was like, huh? Phil's here? I go and talk to him. Phil Jackson was at a Lakers practice. He doesn't have a good job right now. He didn't talk to Luke Walton. We know there's a little bit of tension in the history between Phil Jackson and LeBron James. Is it something or nothing that Phil Jackson attended a Laker practice? It's always something when you have the level of achievement of a Phil Jackson. In particular, the 5 championships he won with the Los Angeles Lakers, and we know about the previous relationship he had with their owner, Gene Buss. And so to have his support and for him to be at the facility means something morally, but physically and psychologically, it means nothing to the basketball team. Because while Luke did play for him, and obviously he loves him, they won championships together, and pretty sure is a mentor to him, it doesn't affect the dynamics of this year's team. I don't think he's going to be their coach. I hope people don't speculate that. And so for him, it's great that he can actually show his face again. Is he just a tourist? Is he just a tourist? He's working. Now, you got to remember, is he visiting or is he working? The one thing about this industry is your last moment sometimes is the one people remember. And there are a lot of people who root for the New York Knickerbockers that will slander the name of Phil Jackson. But you say sometimes, but in Phil Jackson's case, people will remember him as the Los Angeles Lakers coach. They will not remember him as the terrible, awful president of basketball operations for the New York Knicks. And he only won 6 championships with the Bulls with Mike and Scotty. So he's an all-time great. Let's not speculate that he's going to be their coach because he will not. Coming up next on Jalen and Jacoby, we'll be discussing an interesting overtime contest between the Celtics and the Wizards. And later on in the show, Jalen Rose, we will be joined by LaMelo Ball and LeVar Ball. That's all coming up on Jalen and Jacoby.
Enter the world of DeSimone. DeSimone, the world's favorite Italian liqueur.
At Joseph A. Bank's biggest sweater sale of the year, it's the only time to buy one, get two free from our entire stock of sweaters. Plus all dress shirts, just $39. Sport coats and blazers, $99. From stitch to store, that's the Bank way.
Your phone slides off the console and falls at your feet. It drops off the dash and gets stuck between seats. Don't let your phone take the fall. Get the new Fastball. It's the magnetic mount that holds any device tight. Fastball combines a steel ball and magnetic socket to create the ultimate media mount. Now you can adjust your phone 360 degrees to any angle, any position, and your phone stays securely in place. Then releases with a light tug. Look, a ball and socket is the most stable articulating joint in the human body. Now there's the Fastball socket for your phone. Just pick your spot and stick it up. Then place the ultra-thin magnetic disc on the back of your phone or case. It adjusts and holds at any viewing angle. Perfect for hands-free calling or video chats. Streaming your music. Or swivel for GPS maps. Watching movies. Even shooting video too. Look, vent mounts are flimsy. Suction cup mounts always let go. But the Fastball mounts easily anywhere you like, in the perfect viewing position, and it holds on tight. Fastball won't let go until you say so. It's the perfect mount for tablets, too. Fastball is the greatest all-purpose mount you'll ever own. Call and get the incredible Fastball for just $19.99, complete with a stainless steel ball and magnetic socket. But wait, call right now and we'll double it to two, absolutely free. No fees, 100% free. That's two Fastball mounts for just $19.99. Don't let your phone take the fall. Get the new Fastball. Call now.
Call 1-800-451-1553. That's 1-800-451-1553. Or visit myfastball.com. Also call 1-800-451-1553. That's 1-800-451-1553. Or visit myfastball.com. Order now.
Here comes the rain.
What's that? Who needs help? Take me to her. Why are we taking roads? Well,
Oh, you did dinner kit for $1.
this was an emergency. Yes, I was busy.
24-hour roadside assistance from America's #1 motorcycle insurer.
I think you're my best friend. You don't have to say I'm your best friend. That's okay.
Once upon a time, everyone waited for me to visit them on Christmas. Now, LeBron is the king sprinkle. Let it snow? Forget it. They're waiting for Steph to make it rain. And this is the beard people want to see on Christmas. But there's only one GOAT. Oh, that's not it. Me, the greatest of all time. Call me when you've been running the game for 2,000 years.
NBA on ESPN on Friday night. The Pacers heading to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That starts at 7:30. After that, the Thunder and the Nuggets, two of the top teams in the West, face off at 10 p.m. And check this out. The Christmas Day lineup is here. And no, I'm not talking about Jalen Rose's haircut. Look at all these games on ESPN and ABC all throughout the day into the night. Come on, get up. They'll be talking about the big game tonight between the Chargers and the Chiefs and much, much more. Live from the Heineken River Deck here on Pier 17 in Lower Manhattan. Welcome back to Jalen and Jacoby. Jalen Rose, a lot of great action in the NBA. We've only spoken about some of it. The Celtics and the Wizards went into overtime in a game in which Kyrie Irving kind of took over at the end. There he is with a little dime drop off for Jason Tatum. This was a sneaky play by Smart where he grabbed Jeff Green's arm and got the foul. At the end of the game, Kyrie Irving hit 2 tough threes to give the Celtics not just a win, their 7th straight win. Jalen Rose, what does the Kyrie takeover at the end tell you about their philosophy and what they're doing?
The Celtics have real depth because Al Horford wasn't there. He dealt with an injury. And Gordon Hayward didn't play either, which means more minutes for Terry Rozier, who made a name for himself in last year's playoffs. And now all of a sudden you get Kyrie almost a version of how he was able to play in Cleveland, where he can be aggressive, keep the defense on his heels. Now, John Wall was having his way, too. He got over 30, had a double-figure assist. Watching those guys go back and forth at it was really a terrific battle. But Kyrie taking over in overtime, in particular, that big three you just showed, highlighted the fact that you can't relax. John Wall literally just looked towards the pit, and he just raised up from deep. That's just greatness, finding a way to be successful out there on the floor.
So you've talked about this, how Kyrie Irving's style doesn't necessarily fit with what we consider the Brad Stevens style of basketball. And it sort of manifested itself last night, even in a win. But at the end of the game, it was Kyrie dribbling the ball, creating his own shot, and shooting his own shot. They happened to fall last night. But you've speculated about perhaps Kyrie Irving might not stay on this basketball team past this year. Do you still feel that way?
Well, the Celtics are going to have to pick a style. You just acknowledged it. They're really deep. And when you have so much young talent, you got to allow them to flourish. Jaylen Brown, Tatum, these are number 3 overall picks. Smart. They took him in the lottery. Rozier deserves to be a starting point guard. Like, this is the final season for this young group of players to all be on the roster together. So the question now is going to be, are we going to grow with that young group and allow them to play ball movement, pace and space, cutting type basketball? Or are we going to allow our guy who's been a champion, is shown to be one of the best isolation one-on-one takeover players in the game, play his style? For Danny Ainge, is this his opportunity to cash in all of his chips? Because they have great assets as it relates to potential first-round picks. And I talked about the young players that they have. So it's going to be fascinating to see if they're going to invest a max contract in Kyrie and allow him to play kind of like he played last night, or they're going to go with the young bunch that I just talked about and try to use Kyrie as an asset.
Well, we talk about the top 4 teams in the Eastern Conference a lot. We talk about the Raptors, the Celtics, the Bucks, and the Sixers. It feels now like 2 of those teams are sort of leveling up than the other 2. And I would say that the Raptors and the Celtics are the best 2 teams in the Eastern Conference. Then there's a little gap before we get to the Bucks and the Sixers. Do you think it's a fair assessment?
At this point of the season, I'm rolling with that. That's a great assessment, because the reason why they separated themselves from a team like Philadelphia, who are, other than the Golden State Warriors, are going to be the only team in the league with 3 All-Stars this year, is that they have to figure out their team dynamic and everybody being happy with their role. We saw Joel Embiid not being happy with the coaching staff about how he's been used recently and whatnot. But once they get into the playoffs, a shorthanded, when you're playing less guys, playing 8 or 9 guys, I mean, you put Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, along with Jimmy Butler out there with J.J. Redick, like that's something special. Yeah. But right now, I would have to agree with you. The Toronto Raptors have established themselves as a clear contender. We know what the Celtics can do, but that's the same Celtics team that beat the Sixers without Kyrie, that added Jimmy Butler. So it's going to be great theater, and obviously the Bucks, Coach Bud has done a terrific job developing the rest of their roster, and the Greek Freak is going to be in best player in the game conversations for years to come.
A couple of teams that look to be in the Eastern Conference playoffs faced off last night in North Carolina, with the Pistons heading into Charlotte to play the Hornets. This one got interesting at the end. It was a very tight game at the end. You get to the last possession, and we've got Jeremy Lamb here hitting a game winner. But there was a little bit of controversy. Malik Monk ran onto the floor during the shot, and then they called a tech on him, and then here we have the GOAT slapping him on the back of the head. Jalen Rose, how do you feel about Michael Jordan, the greatest of all time, slapping him on the back of the head?
I love that kinship. It was more of a fatherly, big brother, homie, friend type of love tap.
Yes.
It's the kind of love tap you could tell that they probably gambled together before or played one-on-one together before. Like, he's around the team. It wasn't like he just transplanted himself in for the game last night and everybody went off because MJ was there. So I appreciate that he's the only owner in the history of sports that can get away with that and not look at it.
These moments are not doing that.
No question about it. And so, like, I appreciate that he has that level of respect and friendship with players that all idolize him. Like, just think about it. The rest of the world that doesn't make it to the NBA idolize Michael Jordan. He buy his shoes, like, hang on every word that he says, and can tell you everything about his career. Imagine how a player feels.
Of course, be dedicated to the game.
Like, you sacrifice your entire life to play the game, going to practice in high school and college. Now you get to league and play for a squad.
Look, you think Michael Jordan's still playing one-on-one against the Hawks players?
Yes.
You think he's still playing one-on-one against the Hawks players? You think he's taking some L's?
Yeah.
He probably takes some
Can
L's.
you take some L's?
You probably does.
Of course, you can't win every one-on-one game. But how is
He cheats. He probably calls it.
no question, and it's a great way for him to stay in shape.
I play. He needs to play some more one-on-one then.
But you know what I noticed? You can actually say that about any man once he get over 40.
Coming up next on Jalen and Jacoby, we will be joined by LaMelo Ball. Ball. Don't touch that dial. We'll be back with the balls right after this. Latrell Sprewell said this about Reggie Miller.
Hold on, hit the break, what? Reggie Miller is my older brother, okay? And Latrell Sprewell is my sibling. So I'm trying to figure out where I'm going with this.
What's the difference between older brother and sibling?
It's a big difference.
Okay.
That's why I acknowledge them that way.
You have a very large family.
Yeah.
At Joseph A. Bank's biggest sweater sale of the year, it's the only time to buy one, get two free from our entire stock of sweaters. Plus all dress shirts, just $39. Sport coats and blazers, $99. From stitch to store, that's the bank way.
Enter the world of decent owner. Decent owner, the world's favorite Italian liqueur.
What do Harvard graduates know about cognitive performance? As you probably guessed, a lot. That's why a new brain health supplement called 4Brain from the Harvard-educated experts at Force Health is flying off the shelves at GNC. 4Brain's key ingredients have been clinically shown to help enhance sharpness and clarity, improve memory, and promote learning ability. And now every man and woman in America can claim a complimentary bottle. Just use your smartphone and text chat to 2020. Scientific research on
Whoa. Well, great, it's backwards, yeah. Sorry. Hey guys, we're gonna start here pretty soon. I'm waiting on 3 people to pay for their auctions here real quick. I just sent them an invoice. I'll send them an email here in about a couple minutes. Be a little patient, but then we'll get this thing started. Sorry guys, we can only run as slow as our slowest person is. It's walking, so. There's no shipping, so you can pay anytime. So. All right, we'll kick it off in like 10 seconds, whether or not they pay or not. All right, how about that? Better? Cowboys, Eagles, and Titans. So it's not a big deal. That's what I'm thinking about, just kicking it off. I know it's getting late. Pretty sure y'all got other auctions to bid on too. So somebody pick one or two, please. We'll break one tonight, and then the second one will go off tomorrow night. Sounds good to me. And here we go. Go by pretty quick, guys. There's one pack in each box. Uh-oh. Already got something good on the board. All right. Start right here. All right, first up. Christian McCaffrey. 277 to 299 patch. There. Dante Adams. 274 of 299 patch for the Packers. We got some points. I'll auction those off at the end. First book, Sam Donald. Number 16 is 75. Nice auto patch. Very good. This goes for the Jets. And we got Jason Witten. Nice patch. 60 to 299. At least it's not white. We got DJ Moore. Patch for the Panthers. Number 5 of 199. A little clearer here. It's like some fuzzy. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, I get a new camera. Sorry, guys. All right, next up. The Cowboys. Travis Frederick to the Cowboys, number 11 of 199 auto patch. All right. Next book. 1 of 1 for Anthony Miller. So I get that in there. Come on. Let's open that bad boy up. There you go. Nice tag for the patch. Nice auto. Very nice. Another sticker. Very nice book. 1 of 1. Next up, patch for Darius Geis for the Redskins. Numbered 100 of 199. About Mr. Johnson for the Lions. Patch number 159 of 199. Next, Marlon Mack. Auto patch, number 21 of 149. For the Cowboys, how about a book? Mike White, 18 of 99 from Mike White. Very nice. Gotta love this playbook. All right. Next up, Taquan Smith for the Saints, 57 of 199. About for the Falcons, Julio Jones, patch number 100 of 299. We only got one more card. Up, two more. Sorry. Travis Frederick again for the Cowboys, 21 of 25. And last but not least, Sean Hamilton, 42 of 99 for the Broncos. Nice three-color patch. Okay. All right, guys. All cards will ship. Second half of this break will go off tomorrow night. I'm also going to be breaking Elite Baseball. We'll do a player break over the weekend. I got 2 cases of that coming in as well. So, all right, guys. Yeah, we'll auction off. I'll do an auction off the points here later on. We'll get that going on. And, yeah, that was it, Luke. It's only 4 boxes. There are only 4 packs. It's everything that was done. I do a highlight reel, but there wasn't that many cards to begin with. So just check it out. If you have any questions, email me. I'll be happy to answer them. And, yeah, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night for tomorrow night's break. All right. Thanks, guys.
So I don't worry about those trades. I think everybody on this list knows the worry about trading stuff, the probably won't be one coming to the game. Sometimes it's going to take all 3 of our players. So who's on the team? Of some kind. And like I said, I'm giving a lady the first fight of it. Get all 3 of my boys for the championships that